from Soldier Field in Chicago. It's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chicago Bears taking on St. Louis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Chicago Bears. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
And one of the few knocks on him coming out of North Carolina was just actual game experience, just 13 starts in college. But he worked so hard at making up for that lost time. He loves the game, crazy about the film room, and guys just naturally gravitate towards him. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent leader and player.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, counter plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Saints' 30-yard line.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Trubisky's pass.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him, and under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Is good. Makes the score Bears 3.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Throwing on first down. Vance got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? On first down, Vance. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Bears will get the football back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Connor. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down.
He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, make that now 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. KJ Hamler there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
23-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Komet, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Cole Komet. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Intercepted by the Saints.
How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
It's second and inches.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
For KJ.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. KJ Hamler with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20-yard
line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
3rd and 8.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. He'll go up top here for Hamler. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. KJ Hamler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints add on to their lead. And it's 21-3. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Logan Cook.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard third. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. On 1st and 10, Vance. What a first half this has been off. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. K.J. Hamler on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
Is good.
And he puts it through. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
For New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Trubisky sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Trubisky sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
From the shotgun is Trubisky, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do.
Rush comes and they block, and this results in 6. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Partners, you well know every blocked punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw, and he finds Montgomery complete. he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears get a bit closer. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after.
Everyone felt like this game was over, but to be able to stay in it, put together a drive, score a touchdown, that's got to be a positive for them.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. To return it, Alvin Kamara. Oh, good move. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Operating from the gun. Vance, he's going to go up top for the end zone.
Eddie Jackson.
When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening week. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And this is picked up by the Saints. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose.
Trubisky's pass complete. Multiple turnovers on the play.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. A Chicago 1st down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
For David Montgomery.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
47. Check, 47. Here we go.
On first down, Trubisky. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Trubisky's pass intended for number 19.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit us first. Now this from 43. The kick by McManus is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game.
35. Bears 13.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we've reached halftime here on... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Brandon McManus.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
Throwing on first down. Vance, he'll go up top here for Hamler. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead,
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. To credit that sack to Robert Quinn. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position, When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Thaddeus Moss there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Mitchell Trubisky sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
47 the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47. Come on.
Now Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Trubisky's pass.
And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw. Here's Logan Cook now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
3-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. He'll get this to counter underneath. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2 brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Trubisky sacked.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle, because We always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Turner. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, Vance.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. K.J. Hamler there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run here with counter. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
Mitchell Trubisky is sacked. A fumble.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are pouring it on. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. But now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Kamara now to return. A good return there, 17 yards.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And we see here the productivity certainly has decreased from the start of the game, but sometimes people forget these tight ends, they can do more than just catch the football.
That is so true, because now when things start to happen and you're not getting the ball as much, maybe you change your focus on the game. Maybe you become a very good decoy. Maybe you block a little bit more. But sometimes you have such a great first half, you expect it to continue to roll, and it doesn't just happen that easily in the second.
Now they have been able to shut him down, at least as of late. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Trubisky to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. We often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal?
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And this is incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
25-yard line.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And the Saints.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one.
Second and 10.
Back to the air on second down. Vance, there goes a deep ball, end zone.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And 10 yards.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On fourth down, Vance. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
Vance's pass.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively an opportunity. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got some space here.
Trubisky's pass.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and goal. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on first. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice yards on the catch and run, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's going to let this one go deep. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
On the deep ball.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. On first down, Vance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he rifles one incomplete.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win it.